Well, this is Steve Ridgel, and I want to tell you, I was never very good at football. I mean, I'm kind of a fan. I have football teams I watch and like and keep up with a little bit, but I don't know that I know a lot about football. But I do know this: I know that you win the game by what you do during the plays. You tackle, you run, you catch the ball. Ultimately, you score touchdowns. That's how you win football games. And I do know that the huddles are a really important part of that because the huddles where you get together and you say, here's the play. Everybody know what you're going to do. You clear your blocking assignments and your routes you're going to run, and everybody gets on the same page. And sometimes they're even inspirational. The huddle is the place where the lineman says, I'll hold the block. It's where the quarterback says, let's march down the field and win this thing. It's where the wide receiver says, I'll get open. Sometimes it's inspirational, and you clap out of that huddle and you go and everybody executes, and that's where the game's won. And I because in a lot of things I see, I think about church and our Christian life. I think our worship assembly is really more like a huddle, and we treat it like it was the play. You don't win Christianity in this world by going to church on Sundays. You know what our assemblies really ought to be? It's the place we come together and say, does everybody know what we're going to do this week? We're going to get out there and we're going to live like forgiving people, and we're going to serve people, and you're going to go in your neighborhood and you're going to mow yards and take meals and call the lonely person. And we're going to have everybody over Tuesday night for a Bible study, and we're going to go by the hospital on Thursday. And man, if you get in trouble and we need to come to the bar and get you out, we're going to. And if you and your wife are in a mess, we're going to come pray over you. And you see, the plays are all outside the building. Real Christianity happens outside the building. You know what the worship assembly is for? It's to be sure we're ready for that. It's for somebody to say, I'm going to do that. I'm going to execute my block. I'm going to run my route. Here's the play, and the play is to love on people this week. So what are you doing this week? I'm going to talk to my neighbor. Let's pray over that. And it's the time when somebody says, I'll do that and I'll do this. And we get motivated. We clap out of the assembly, and there we go execute the play. And sometimes we kind of think the assembly is the essence of our Christianity. And I do think assembling together is important because, after all, if you don't have a huddle, it's a pretty weak football game. But that's not the end of everything. Man, that's the small part. We're out there on the battlefield, we're running the plays, and we get together to take a breath and to inspire each other and to be sure we know what we're doing going forward. And what we're doing is living for Jesus. So I'm going to tell you, next time you watch a football game, you think a little bit about whether our assemblies are really designed to be huddles. And I think they probably are. So we can go out and execute the play. So this is Steve Ridgel telling you, I don't know much about football, but I do think I know a little bit about Jesus and how we live in this world. So I want you Sunday to huddle up with your brothers and sisters. I want you to be inspired. I want you to be motivated. I want you to be reminded of what we're doing. And then I hope that week you go out and execute the play and we make a difference for Jesus in our world.